Okay, so today I'm back in the studio. I'm still working on my record an album in a month, the RPM challenge, and I'm still working with Ableton Move, but this time I decided to bring along a guest. And here's our little guest. It's the S-1 from Roland, and this is Roland's kind of like what they call their IRA compact, IRA compact series, and it's basically a version of the SH-101 in a compact form. It's this independent battery operated, just like the Move is. So right now we're plugged into the system. The SH1 has its audio out going into the Move, and the Move has its audio out going into the system, and neither of them are actually plugged in for power. So that means this is a very portable system. But I decided to bring in the S1 today to sample it into the Move and then create a set like that, based off of a lot of Roland S1 samples, and just kind of explore its synthesis capabilities and the sampling capabilities of the Move as I create a track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Move first, and I'm going to create an empty set. So I go into that empty set. They're going to have their random assortment of drums. And what I want, since we're doing this Roland stuff, whoops, let's go back up. Exit. Let's go back here. So this is the Rushmore kit. So I'm going to go up here to, well, C78 might be nice too. Let's hear what that sounds like. Not quite ready for that. I think I'll go with a 606. I think this is going to complement the sound of the S1 better, so I'm going to go with this one. There we go. And then I'm also going to go in here, and instead of using their bass, all right, I'm going to swap that out and go all the way down to templates and put in a drum kit, which means this is going to allow me to sample the S1 into these pads here. I can even go chromatic if I want to. So, good, okay. So come back here, and I'm just going to lay down a groove that I have in my head because I'm feeling it. So we got. See if that quantizes all right. Not bad. And that's something to start with. Meanwhile, I'm going to come over here. So I have, what is it? Pattern 4-1. So I went up to the fourth bank, which is the highest bank, the first pattern in bank 4. And I just basically have an init patch here. Kind of a square wave. So the SH1, I think, has like one oscillator, but has different wave shapes for that one oscillator, I believe, is how that works. Because you can't tune them separately. So you have a square wave, and you have, whoops, a sawtooth wave. You have a sub-oscillator, which I believe is another square wave. And then you have noise. Go back to that square wave. You also have an LFO you can apply to it. You can control the rate over here. What I find, if you want to do a vibrato, the faster the rate, the less of the LFO you want to apply to it. The slower the rate, you can apply a little more LFO, makes it a little more schmaltzy, I suppose. Now, you also have, let's get rid of that. You also have delay and reverb. Right now I'm going to try to work without them, especially because I'm going to be sampling, so I'd rather process either in the Move or in Ableton. Okay, the other thing you get within the menu, if I go Shift Menu, you get a chorus. And so I can apply, like right now, there's no chorus. This one sounds pretty smooth. I like that. Exit. Exit. Okay. Okay. So we have reverb, delay, the chorus we've applied. We also have a filter. And of course the filter has resonance. So this is without resonance. With resonance. Applying the LFO. Oops. Go to the right. We have an envelope that we can apply to it, so I can bring in the attack. Right now it's just being applied to the amp. Let's see. We got some release. We can control the octave range here of the oscillator. I can bring in some sub. Bring that release down a bit if I'm going to sample it. And maybe we'll sample like a C or something. So I'm going to go over here to my kit. I'm going to choose this. This will be my bass, I suppose. And I'm going to hit sample here. It says press pad. Whoops. We sampled nothing. That's okay. We can delete it. Giving it a bit of length here. And then we can do, right, because we need to find that. I think if I hit shift 2, oops. I'm trying to find that point where the, there we go, right there. That's the beginning of it. And then what we can do here, I think, is if we go to parameter bank, go to filter setup, type envelope mode, trigger, gate. Good. And then if we go back here to main bank, we have decay. See what scale we're in here. And maybe we'll try, and what's our scale? So you get it. Let's just make this C. Just to make sure we're on track. Yeah, that sounds right. Then we go back to here. Well, at least we have the transpose, and that'll get us there too. Keep that attack low so I think our filter was open. So that allows us to go in here and kind of filter it a bit. So when sampling synths, you really want to, or at least I want to, sample it like without any. The chorus I'll put in there because it really doesn't have much of a chorusing effect on here. I mean, I guess it does, but somewhere in there's a chorus, but on the sampler, but not on the CADs. So I sample in the chorus, but I don't sample in any filter or any envelope, except for maybe a little bit of envelope on the filter. And I don't sample in any like delay or reverb because I can add that here on the pads. I could even make the overall send the reverb in the pad. So we'll just do that actually. So go back here. So if I look at my sample setup here, let me see. So drum kit, we have our reverb send and saturator. Okay. I think I'm going to swap the saturator out for reverb. Try that. Good. And then for the reverb send, I'm going to make that a delay. And then so that's kind of an interesting concept. So I'll go ahead and delete what I have on this pad because I don't like it at the moment. There we go. And now we'll try recording it. In fact, I might see what's in, and I'll try recording it. But what I'll do is I'll reduce the tempo. Let's take the tempo down a little bit. Go down to like 60. Here we go. Good. And then we're going to take the tempo. Whoops. I'm going to speed that up to 85 again. Maybe 82. And we're going to take the loop and bring it down to 2 bars. Then I can go in here to this and go to I believe if I don't like that, I can hit delete and delete the automation. Yeah, it's all right, but I don't know if I like. I don't know if I like the major part of it. So we're gonna go back into our little key setting here, just so I'm clear on what I'm doing here. And instead of saying C major, we'll go to its relative minor, which is gonna be A minor. Whoops, and make sure we choose A2. Okay, can I capture that? That's interesting. Let's try capturing that. Let's try recording that, sorry. Let's delete and then record. I think I wish these pads would be a little less sensitive. I think there might be something we can do. Is there a pad sensitivity here? Let's see. Advanced, no. Actually, I don't know that... Yeah, I don't know if anybody else knows if Ableton allows any kind of pad sensitivity on the pads, like adjustments for the pads. Might be a pad velocity kind of a thing on the pad itself. So we'll just exit out of that. Back into, sorry, this. Let's see if there is. Playback effects. Let's take that loop and we're going to bring it down 2 bars, and then we're going to try to quantize it. And there we can have a lot of fun just kind of playing with the various sample effects we can put on top of the S-1. So you have the S-1 as a synthesizer, you can put all these crazy tones in, and then you have the Move as a sampler, and you can like play with the, you know, with the sample itself. So that's kind of fun. Okay, let's see if we can come up with another voice on this thing. So because I'm saving these things, let's go to the so I'm going to shift, right, pattern, and I'll just say all because I want to include the voice too. So right. Whoops, enter, done. And then I'm going to go to pattern and go up to the next pattern, and we'll exit pattern. Now we should have another kind of a default thing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm bring up like the sawtooth, bring up the sub a little bit, go over here to menu, add the chorus in that I like. Whoops. Enter, and bring in the chorus I like. And we're going to exit. Come over here to poly, exit again. And I'm going to change the poly to chord. Exit. And let's check and see what like here's A, because I've got the 3 black keys here, so there's A. Tempo is 90.5. Bring it down. The tempo here. kind of truncate the end of that. Okay, now I have this thing where I have, see how many loops this is. So let's reset playing this sample together. 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna have to widen out this loop to 3 bars, and what we're going to do is copy. I'm gonna choose this one. We're gonna hit loop, copy this to here, and this to here, and hopefully what we get is 2 bars. There we go. So we've kind of repeated our loop, which gives me the space to come over here to this and no, the sample's probably set to gate mode. If I go over here and go to this envelope mode, trigger, yeah, set to trigger mode, so we'll set it to gate. And then what we're going to do here is take the note length, oh my gosh, take this note length and we're going to go, I mean, whew. So 16 will get us through this. I don't know if there's a faster way to do this. I mean, this note length I want to go like over 4 bars. So right now we're working our way up to, there we go, we passed 2 bars. And we have to get all the way up to 64. And if we do that, we'll have it go for the full length of the loop. So we're at 53, 54. Okay. Start there. Oh, but I didn't capture it. I had to capture it right there. Try again. Oh, I see what's going on here. Because it's too much for the bass to go there. Got it. Okay, that's kind of nice. Now maybe I'll take this off of Poly. We'll do chord, we'll go to... And we'll go up to... No, Ableton is putting out updates to this. They promised they wouldn't give us another track, but I wonder if they can add in an LFO. I mean, I guess I could actually try sampling this into a sampler. So let's make a lead out of what I'm working with here on the S1. Okay, so we're gonna turn this into a lead. I'm gonna do that by. We definitely don't want that flute here, so. That's just as well. Go to templates, come over here to sampler. And that should be A, and so we're going to... Get rid of this. Boom, boom, boom. I think about this one right here. And now we can work on the release. So let's see, go here and they got a verb here. Okay, and then what I can do is come over here and create another. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. up with an idea here. A little too much release. Let's back up. Whoops. Is that the release on the... Yeah, that's release on the sampler. Whoops. Bring that release down. A little more. Note length. And let's check the velocity on that one, bring that up a little bit. There we go. So I want to add that in another one. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this, bring it over here. This will be my second one. So for this pattern over here, so I just recorded in kind of like a different kind of resonance and cutoff for that particular instance. And then if I go over to the previous one that I recorded, whoops, I'm going to do this one. And let's go ahead and mute this. We don't hear. I forgot that it had gone back to the regular banks. I keep thinking I'm on the filter banks. I really wish the filter would just be on the first bank, but the main bank. But you have to go to filter. Okay, so. So now if I play these two, this one, we got different filter settings. Good. And then I bring this back in, unmute. Great, we lost the camera. When did that happen? All right. I don't know when I lost the camera. I'll have to review the footage, but it looks like we're done with this session. So, good so far. Had fun. It's certainly fun getting to know the S-1 better. I've had it for a while and haven't had much of a chance to look at it. So we'll see what happens in terms of like the video footage. But yeah, and I'll probably use it in future recordings. And if anybody's interested, I might even release a sample pack since I've been creating these samples on the fly. All right, until next time.